Hey, what's up, YouTube? Enforcer 5150 here, and what we're doing today is we're going to take on the Kalydonian, the freaking first boar that you come across. Basically, we're going to do this on nightmare mode, and if you want to skip the skills and the equipment, go ahead and skip ahead to 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Anyway, I decided to go all the way up to level 20 first, which is the recommended level that you would take that. You can take it on earlier levels, of course. That's all up to you, but you are limited on the skills that you're able to use on these lower levels. One thing I do recommend is making sure that you have your spear upgraded. You just want to make sure that you have it upgraded as far as you really can. If you haven't killed enough yet, that's fine as well, but it's good to at least have, say, level 3 on your spear. Level 5 would be better, but if you're at level 20, you probably haven't killed that many cultist members yet, and you haven't been able to upgrade your spear to that level yet. But obviously, if you have the higher level spear, you'll have more adrenaline and more health regeneration. Now, the next thing I did is I made sure to upgrade pretty much all of my armor, and I engraved them with whatever 10% damage on animals I could get, as well as getting the fire damage, the most fire damage that I could. I tried to max that out, and warrior damage, because mostly I'm going to be using fire and my sword. And then it all really depends on the skills that you decide to use with this. Now, there's many different ways that you can kill this boar. This is just the strategy I decided to come up with, and it worked out pretty well. Now, I reset my abilities quite a few times to try to find out how I wanted to do this. One thing was trying to just go all out, warrior mode, but then I found that those small boars, I really needed to have multi-shot, and this is the part that really made it much easier for me. And like I said, this is an easy way for me. It may differ, someone else. I went ahead and I got the multi-shot and then the archery master, just to increase that hunter damage, because I don't have that much hunter damage on my gear. And then the rest, I decided to make sure I got second wind. That is very important to have, because you definitely ain't gonna make it in in this mode without that. And then weapons master, just be making sure that you have the most crit and most damage that you can do with your swords or daggers. And then we went ahead and got gear master to make sure we have enough armor, because it does take a lot out of you. And now the next one I decided to grab is flaming attacks. Flaming attacks was, I wanted to max out as much as possible, and also the fire master was the next one to do. Ring of Chaos was an idea, but the fire master was definitely a better choice to go with, because you have increased fire damage and stuff like that. And this is really more for the small boars. It just makes it much easier. So just stacking the crit and animal damage and fire damage on pretty much all my gear is kind of the way I went with this. And then overpower was my last point on there. Anyway, those of you that are subscribed to the channel and have seen my Daughters Boar video are probably thinking like, dude, you were like, level 47 months ago. Well, all my saves got deleted, and I had to start from the beginning, and I figured I may as well go ahead and do it in nightmare mode and do some of the legendary animals in that. So I'll probably be doing another video of the Daughters Boar in nightmare mode instead of the hard mode that I did it in. And this was definitely a lot harder than doing it in hard mode. Nightmare mode was just a nightmare. Anyway, if you look, he'll do a regular dash at you. Once he does that dash, you can hit at him a little bit. See that one dash, and then he's going to try to run off to the side or do that little side swipe thing. He kind of does it as a pattern in a way, unless you knock him over. If you knock him over, he'll go ahead and dash again. You see, he'll dash here, and then I'll go and I'll start hitting him, but I knocked him over. So now he'll dash again. But staying close to him was probably my best option anyway. And you can see that definitely having my warrior mode was the best way to go, because I just wanted to go at him. I used daggers instead of the sword I was before. I found a dagger that I could use. So just pretty much just kind of wear them down. Don't use your specials until you actually have to. I tried to save them until the small boars came out. Mostly I wanted to save it so I can heal myself because I have the 20% crit. Now you see what I'll do right here, that's why I got these scattered shots, so I could get a bunch of them, because anytime you use your arrows, he will immediately dash at you without a hesitation. Not like, normally he'll do a little charge up and you can tell. When you use your bow, he immediately lunges at you. So you want to watch out for that. Now here you can see I ended up losing my full health, so I lose about 80% of my critical damage. The only time I get the 80% is when I'm on low health or when I'm on maximum health for the gear that I have. And he'll run away every time that the little ones come out, and then we'll go ahead and turn on the flame again. But you'll see he went right at me right away as soon as you start using arrows. And that's why my wife was asking me, was like, why don't you use just bow and arrow and try to stay away from him? But it's because he'll immediately lunge at you. Now this part, you'll see that I burned down the little guys a little bit, but I missed 2 of them back there. And that's kind of what you don't want to do. You don't want to leave those guys away, because they will, I've gotten to the point where I had him almost all the way down, and then one little guy from in the brush just came and lunged at me and killed me, and I was so mad. Anyway, you see there's still one over there, and I try to, keep my eye on them and try to, take them out as soon as I can. And here comes one more little guy that is super annoying. So in this part, once you get him past the halfway point, he's going to start, trying to run at you a lot more than before. It's a little bit harder to just stay right on top of him, especially if you have another one of those little pigs out there. See, I almost died there. This was not just a one-shot thing. Well, once I came up with the build, this was actually only the second time. Before that, I was trying to kill just all the little guys just manually, with my sword or daggers, and it wasn't happening. Every time I'd either leave one behind or he would come and get me while I'm trying to kill the little ones. And now he's gonna run back for the 3rd phase of the little pigs, and they got me. But right away, put on the flame, and then if you get the flame on them, usually it will take them out. But you see, as soon as I hit that arrow, right away he's on you. So you want to just try to make sure you kill them right away. That's the main thing. I think that was the main thing for killing this guy. And you see, I do a lot of dodging, and I'm just trying to preemptively get that that dodge bonus where it slows down time. And then pretty much it was just working them down. I have the flame on them and getting really, really gutsy with it. And there I went with the overpower to finish off the attack, and he is dead. Now this isn't going to be easy for everybody. Like I said, this was my 2nd time with this build. It was a lot easier than the other ways that I tried to do it, trying to kill the little guys. It was a lot more work than it needed to be. And my wife bringing up why not try to kill him with the arrows actually gave me the idea of, I could use scatter shot and kill the little pigs a lot faster with flame, because bam, they'll be on fire and I can let them burn down. So let me know if you have another way how to do this. I definitely want to hear it. I know you can get a mercenary or something like that to follow you back. That I wouldn't suggest doing. I mean, you obviously can, but if you're going to be playing in nightmare mode, it kind of defeats the purpose of going in nightmare mode. You may as well just go into easier, hard mode. Just because, it's more of a challenge in Nightmare mode, and I'm enjoying it so far. You know, before I didn't really try it that much, but this time it definitely was a challenge compared to the first time. The first time I was like, oh, this is way freaking easy. Anyway, after you kill a boar, you get the Artemis bow, and you are ready to go. It's more of a hunting bow, so I don't use it that much. I may use it more in the future, but I will be doing more videos on the rest of the legendary animals. Like I said, I'll be doing the Kalydonian Boar again as well. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button and definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel. I definitely want to hear your questions, comments, and concerns in the comments below. Y'all take care and happy gaming.